Am I the a-hole for realizing I'm the golden child?
Turn yourself into the doo-doo child.
The doo-doo child?
Then you're really the a-hole.
I wish I could realize I'm the golden child. Sophia's definitely the golden child. But I feel like
you're both golden.
I feel like I'm I'm climbing up. My stock is on the rise.
Yeah.
But these stories are all answering the question, how do you maintain good relationships with your siblings? And we're going to jump into this. But do you know you can find us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST?
Every weekday.
Come on, join us live. So this first story comes from Confident Cookie 241. And they say, I, 15 male, have an older sister, 16 female. Although we're only a year and a half apart, we're completely different. I'm very social and have never had trouble making friends. I love going out and playing sports. I hate studying. Nerds.
We're so freaking cool,
It's
bro.
so freaking cool. Too busy like hitting, I don't know, the
playing with balls.
Yeah, hitting the ball.
Yeah.
But I hate studying. But despite that, I do well in school. And even though I'm considered the class clown, most teachers like me.
I know a guy like this.
I just have it.
I just have it all.
I just have it all. My sister, on the other hand, is very shy and introverted. She loves reading and studying, and she's one of the top students in her class with a 4.0 GPA.
There you go.
She has a small group of friends, but she almost never goes out with them. She just likes to stay in her room. Growing up, my sister was always jealous of me, always saying that our mom preferred me over her. Whenever we brought this up, our mom reassured us that she loved us equally. That's what they have to say.
Ooh.
Mom always told me to ignore my sister's comments, saying she was just jealous of me, which I feel like is not a good thing
That's
to say
a terrible
That's pretty,
response.
that is like, that's the worst response.
She's just jealous because you are the golden child.
You are the golden child. And you're a gold star for being such a good golden child. So much more. Recently, our mom took us both to the clinic for a comprehensive psychological evaluation. You know, normal family-friendly stuff.
What are these parents?
This was mainly because my sister was stressed out about what she's going to study in college, and mom thought it would be good for me too. The evaluation included an IQ test, a personality test, a spatial vision test, a memory test, and others. My sister outperformed me in almost every aspect. She has an IQ of effing 140.
What's the max again? Or like
There is, I
what's
mean, there's
high?
not really max, but like 100 is normal.
Right.
110 is gifted. 140 is, I believe, Mensa level, which is the high IQ society. And then I
right
think
up there with Ty Lopez.
right up there with Ty Lopez.
The highest
like 225.
is 225. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
It was
Nicely
me.
I'm the person in the story.
No, I don't think I have a high IQ. The only test I scored slightly better in was the memory test. So OP's sister has an IQ of 140, OP 122, which is still gifted. 122 is still good.
Yeah.
120. I actually, Riley, after we finish this first bit, I want to hear about IQ distribution stuff.
We should all take the test.
Wait.
Yeah. Guess all of our IQs in the chat.
Oh, there's actually a guy with a 276 in South Korea.
No way.
Suck it.
No, he beat me. I always thought I was smarter than my sister because I hardly study and still do well in school, while she works much harder for slightly better grades. She's getting perfect grades, though. My mom was also surprised by my sister's results. We thought we didn't know she was that smart since she's very quiet, so it's harder to measure. However, last weekend, we watched some old home videos, and I was shocked. Almost every video featured me singing, dancing, talking to the camera, while there were hardly any of my sister. Sad. My mom said it was because my sister didn't like being in front of the camera, but she was only 1 to 4 years old in these videos. I also had 6 big birthday parties growing up, while my sister had only 3, despite being older. There's even no video of her middle school graduation, just a few photos. I started to think there's a lot of examples of my mom favoring me over my sister.
There's receipts.
That high IQ finally kicking in. Now I'm questioning everything. I feel embarrassed and don't want to talk to anyone I know about this. Yeah, just keep it to yourself. And all of Reddit.
Oh,
and all of this podcast.
everybody
and all
on
of us. I also don't want to admit to my sister that she might have been right all along because I'm afraid she'll become insufferable.
Classic.
And there are some relevant comments and a big old fat juicy update. But John,
yes,
what do you think of this whole situation? Use your big brain to suss this thing out.
Okay. I kind of empathize for OP in that, like, when you're growing up, you want to talk about rose-tinted glasses? Childhood is rose-tinted glasses. So, like, I feel like you are not anywhere nearly as observant and able to kind of, like, pick up on things like this. And you kind of can create this bubble in your mind that's a little hard to pop while you're still an adolescent.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like, people don't even realize how weird their families are until they get to college.
Yes.
Like a lot of people. Like, I feel like you don't actually realize how odd a familial dynamic is until you have freedom. And so I think, this is just normal to him. And so he's 15 also. So cut him as much slack as you would a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
But I think like it was normal to him and, good to break the bubble. But now that you've broken the bubble, you have to decide what you're going to do beyond bubble land.
And I do think that there is a responsibility there to go to the sister. Like, I think what will actually happen, maybe there could be some, annoying sibling vibes that happen, but probably she will ultimately really appreciate the fact that he's acknowledging that, and she'll feel kind of like less alone. And I feel like if anyone's going to be insufferable, it's the guy that's always, trying to be in front of the camera. Yeah.
Probably trying to start his own relationship comedy podcast pretty soon.
That's insufferable.
That's insufferable.
Thinking
Who
you
would
have
want to
the
listen
right?
to that? Yeah.
Wow.
What gives you the right?
Yeah.
But I don't think the quiet person is going to be insufferable with that knowledge,
Well, as a sibling.
But like, she's quiet. It's not like, what is she going to?
She's gonna annoy him.
What is she gonna do?
She's not shying quiet to the brother.
I think she's shying quiet everywhere.
No,
I haven't seen any examples of.
She's probably shying quiet. It's like shy people that we know. They're like shy in like big groups, but then within their like the people they're comfortable with, they like are.
But like I don't. There's no indication that she's ever been. Like,
I will die on the hill that she will be not shy to her own brother.
So you're
saying
saying you agree with OP that she'll be insufferable.
Not insufferable,
Damn,
but that
John.
she will let her opinion.
Wow.
She's not shy. She is
shy.
She's not shy towards OP and her people she knows.
And what?
I'm
like,
dying
how
on
do
this
you
hill.
know?
I'm dying.
Right,
I know. I'm dying on this hill. I will never change my mind as long as I live.
Are you the golden child? 63% of you say no. Welcome to the club.
Woo.
Yeah, who's the golden child in your familial dynamic?
7% of people said I'm an orphan. Look at that. That's crazy.
Riley,
That's
who's the
crazy
golden child in your familial dynamic?
Definitely not me. I moved to LA, so
Yeah, dude.
Really though?
whoever owns the
You're
sawmill.
like the trailblazer.
Whoever.
Yeah, I'm the trailblazer, but who's going to take care of the sawmill?
You could always go back when you're like 50 or something and like.
Dude, by then I'll just have computer hands and a big head and tunnel vision. Because I've been sitting here all the time.
Computer hands and big head and tunnel vision.
Where's the saw?
That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like hunched over.
Cannot compute wood. It is not computer. That's great.
This freaking wood chat, it's not working.
Can someone make a AI version, like photo of Riley as that? Please and thank you. Put it in the Discord. Love you. But yeah, that's my take.
All right.
That's the hill I'll die on.
That was bad. And
Baby G. Oh no. Oh, Sleazy Toves says agrees with me in the chat.
Agree with John? No, that she speaks her mind.
She speaks her mind to her
OP.
brother.
All right. Well,
Yes.
we're gonna see. So relevant comments. Oh, it almost is like they agree with me. Your sister isn't likely to become insufferable, but she may feel validated, John.
It's not that she'll
may
become
feel
insufferable.
validated.
She will let her
Maybe
opinions
she'll
be known to
feel
her brother.
better. You have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself. If the roles were reversed, how would you feel?
Great.
Perhaps your sister isn't shy, but was given unspoken messages that she is not interesting or worthy of attention.
You should tell her. I said that.
That would make anyone introverted and have a hard time making
You're just
friends.
reading aggressively to me like I don't agree with this.
You don't have to atone for your mother's behavior, but you should make it a point to not allow it. Your mother saying your sister is jealous of you is terrible messaging and problematic parenting, something even John agreed with.
Riley, put up a poll. Do you agree with John or not? Because look at the chat right now. Chat is sounding off for your boy. Sophia Callan,
I
Jan
can't
Digital,
hear them.
Belle Conkling. Everyone's sounding off right now.
Your sister is a human being. She's not only going to be living under the same roof for a short time longer. It would be sad to let things continue as is and potentially miss out on a good relationship with your sibling. And there is a response from OP.
Ooh.
But do we want to read any comments from the John squad?
I mean, everyone's just saying they agree with me.
Dude, 86%. That's a lot.
86%.
That's almost higher than my IQ.
According to the comments as well.
According to the comments.
Jolly X Toaster says, my mom tells me I'm her favorite, but when I'm in the hospital for my life-threatening disease, she goes to parties, but when my sister needs her help, she's there right away.
But
Jolly
are you
Toasters.
okay now?
To let us know if you're okay.
Are you
My
okay now?
goodness.
Because I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
And if you are okay now, I guess you didn't need to be there.
Also, your mom does not sound like a cool person.
Yeah, your mom does not
Kind of
sound.
sounds whack.
What? The mom?
The mom sounds whack.
Yeah, the mom sounds whack. That is definitely golden child syndrome. But guess what, Jolly? You're the golden child of our little podcast
That's
community.
right.
So get riggedy wrecked.
Hearts in the chat
Mom.
for Jolly Toasters.
Yeah, hearts in the chat.
Yeah.
I hope your life is no longer threatened by disease.
Me too.
Me too. Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, to be clear.
Well, OP responds to this message. I love my sister, but she's already a bit insufferable. Whenever I do something and mom recognizes or compliments me, my sister insists it's not because I deserve it, but because I'm the golden kid. I never asked for my mom to treat us differently. If I could wave a wand and make her treat us equally, I would do it instantly. And also, something that we've heard a lot in these stories is when there is a golden child, it just causes resentment between the two kids.
Totally.
I'm worried that validating my sister's feelings will make her behavior even worse. And I'm already tired of it. And yes, I already talked to her about this. She just rolled her eyes. My mom should recognize and compliment her more rather than me less. I know I have to talk to her about my realization. I wrote in the post that I don't want to admit it to her because that's how I'm feeling. I have a good relationship with my sister and I don't want her to feel less loved or unworthy. I'll try to talk to my mom too, but I know she'll just brush it off. And there is a bunch more relevant comments that I can speed through. But John, anything else to say?
I mean, so
what do you have to say for yourself?
To be clear, he hasn't revealed yet that he sees and agrees that he is the golden child yet.
But I almost feel like it would. I think it would make the sister hate the mom more for having that validation. But I think it would make them closer.
I agree.
It's like, hey, I'm on your team.
To add context to what I'm saying, I could see her maybe sometimes being like, oh man, she's the favorite. But yeah, it's what you said. It's more, she'll be more disgruntled towards the mom, but then more appreciative towards OP. And I think
She'll
that
be
will
gruntled towards OP.
It will grow their relationship as siblings.
Yeah.
And 86% of people agree with me.
Yeah, dude, that is high. That is high.
Exactly.
Also, to be clear, if you have an 80 IQ, that means you have a mental disability, which is what the chat is saying.
Oh my god!
Like somewhat severe.
Someone said our collective IQ is 10. I think it was Radish or Reddish.
Yeah,
Thanks, Radish.
Dude, shout out Radish.
Hey, this is hard.
We basically collectively have the IQ of a rock, basically. Which I don't disagree with.
What?
That I don't disagree with.
What?
We got an IQ test we're gonna do after this.
Oh God.
Nice.
Do it together.
Oh, hell yeah.
Better now. So this is a comment responding. Better now than never. Talk to your sister about it. Be willing to hear what she says, even if it is uncomfortable. Family therapy is probably a good idea. You are worried that she may be right about having been neglected, and you are worried that she might become insufferable. Buddy, it sounds like she has been suffering. Oh, snaps.
Put a ring on
It
that.
comes down to what kind of person do you want to be?
Oh. Hello.
How would you feel if the situations were reversed? There are tons of posts here from the siblings of golden children. Read them and think about how it must have been and still is for your sister. Do this now because you may never get another chance. Do you want to be haunted by these issues in 10 or 20 years? You got a wake-up call. It is a second chance to do better. And OP responds, I really love my sister, and I don't want her to feel less loved or invalidated, but she is also not perfect. I'm worried that she will become insufferable because she already is a little bit. If I get an acknowledgement/compliment from my mom, it's never because I actually deserve it. It's always because mom loves me more. I'm the golden kid. This is kind of what he said in the past one. My mom should treat her better and not me worse. If she already does this now, I can only imagine how much worse it'll be if I tell her she was right all along. That is why I'm afraid of telling her, but I know I have to. I just hope she can understand that this is also not my fault. And then another commenter says, you sound a bit insufferable. Guess she is your sibling. So what is the problem if she does become more insufferable for a while? Maybe if you start showing her that you actually respect her and use your words, you could build an amazing sibling bond. Your excuses for not even trying are insufferable. And OP responds, do you feel good being rude to a 15-year-old on the internet for no reason?
Honestly,
Which, again, it's a 15-year-old.
Honestly, pretty good clapback. Like
From OP?
from OP.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Come on. I'm going here to learn.
Yeah.
Maybe if you start showing her that you actually respect her and use your words, you could build an amazing sibling bond. OP responds to this. How do you know what my relationship is with my sister? We actually have a great relationship. We play tennis and chess together, watch TV shows, and I go to her room to chat almost every day. But yes, sometimes she irritates me, and sometimes I just want to throw her in the nearest trash can, and I'm sure she feels the same about me sometimes. That's just a sibling relationship.
Yeah, this seems like a good sibling relationship.
Yeah, I mean, like siblings bicker sometimes. Sometimes they don't put the CTAs in the.
It happens in all the episodes.
It happens, but we still love each other.
And it's like, hey, I put it in the other episodes, but it's not in the one we need.
But you know what?
It's not 100% done.
That's just sometimes how it be. That doesn't mean I don't love her. We don't have a good relationship. I already mentioned in my comment that I know I need to talk to her. I was just explaining why I'm afraid to do so. And guess freaking what?
What?
We have one of my favorite types of stories.
Ooh, I know what you're about to say.
What I'm about to say, read my mind, John.
It is from the other person.
We got the sister in the chat, and she's going to speak some of her mind with that 140 IQ brain of hers.
Let's go. Dude,
Dang.
the writing is going to be off the charts. It's going to be like the most eloquent story we've ever read.
I'm ready to hear some Hemingway, dude.
Harvard-level application vibes.
Only speak truth. Write a true sentence, baby. Write a true sentence. That's what Hemingway said.
Oh, nice. I had no idea.
Yeah.
My IQ is 10, so.
I barely had an idea. My IQ is also 10. All right, let's go into this update.
Said it.
Hi, people.
Hello.
OPs.
Let's take a quick pause on this story right here. Gotta tell you something.
Okay.
I've been reading so many stories.
We were calculating it, actually. Yeah.
72,800. No, 80.
8, 5, and 600 minutes.
I'm starting to feel the effects.
Like what?
My lips are cracking.
Oh, no.
Because I have to open my mouth every day.
Oh, God.
My eyes are drying up.
I would cry for you, but I can't.
I have no tears left to cry.
Is there anything we can do to possibly help heal your ailments?
There's one.
What is it?
ZocDoc.
ZocDoc! ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and choose the right one for your needs and click instantly to book an appointment.
We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty. From mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more.
You can filter your doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need that you might have, and who are highly rated by verified patients.
You can also see their actual appointment openings, choose a time that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit.
Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, lickety-split, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score some same-day appointments. It's pretty great, right?
Pretty amazing.
Listen, Sophia, I use ZocDoc, we use ZocDoc. You should freaking use it too, guys. Use ZocDoc.
So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/OKOP, ZocDoc.com/OKOP. Let's get back into the show.
Hi, people.
Hello.
OP's sister here. Wave emoji.
Sound off, sis.
Dude, high IQ move right there. A picture's worth 1,000 words. She already said 1,000. My brother came to my room to talk to me and showed me this post he made about the situation. We are talking right now, but I need to make this quick comment. To all the people being mean to my brother, : ooh, please stop it, comma. He doesn't deserve it.
Great grammar.
Damn. Great, dude.
Much better grammar than me.
Much amazing grammar. We have a good relationship, comma, as he said in another comment. We play chess and tennis together. The only physical activity I actually like. Guess what? That was in parentheses. And we always are watching something together. Right now, it's the boys, also in parentheses. He also pops. All right, I won't do it anymore. He also pops into my room to talk, sometimes to annoy me.
So many parentheses.
I'm not going to cut him or there's a lot of parentheses in here, or my mom off after college. Although he didn't mention it in the post, I'm autistic, and I have a strong feeling this is the main reason why my mom treats us differently. But my brother has never made me feel bad for being autistic in any way, and he has helped me a lot with making friends and social interactions in general. Matt, this is for you.
Aw.
I'm sorry I made you feel invalidated before when mom treats you better. I know it's not your fault, and I know I can be mean sometimes. I'm making this a public promise. Pinky swear.
Wow.
That I'll not do this anymore. I loved that you came to talk to me. This is something that I have noticed since I can remember, and I'm really happy that you are now seeing this too. Bye, people.
What?
And-
Wholesome story alert.
OP responds. So that was OP's sister. OP responds and says, "Hi, sis, wave." A 122 IQ move. I will pretend I have not seen you write this comment in front of me right now, lol. But I also want to make a public promise that I will call out mom whenever I notice she's treating us differently. Also, if I don't notice, you are allowed to point it out to me in a polite way, in parentheses, and I won't be hurt by it, and will talk to mom when I have a chance. And that's where this story ends. But also, if you're watching this elsewhere, we're live right now. So tap our profile so you can come see us live
Come on in.
and join in the fun. But yeah, that's where that story ends.
Wow. Beautiful, wholesome story.
Beautiful, wholesome story. I love it. John loves it. Riley, what do you think?
I freaking love it.
Riley freaking loves it. We're all in love.
Super mature of both of them, and I think that they both had a really, like, they just had normal sibling dynamics. Like, sometimes we like rag on each other or whatever. But at the end of the day, they both, I think, were like very level-headed and mature. And I love how this quote unquote conflict came to the resolution of like them kind of promising to each other to have that level of self-respect and kind of like work together as a team to like point out anytime they see that. But dude, the only one that's down, mom is down. Mom
is
stock
down
in the pooper.
Yeah. But I mean, shout out. I mean, at least she raised siblings that can, talk to each other
That's
in a real
true.
way.
That is true.
Yeah. I like that. I love this story.
Me too.
Shout out to my sister. I love her.
Hey, yeah. Too bad, she would have been perfect for.
She would have been perfect for this story.
R.I.P.
But she has, she did pick this story, so she probably knew.
That is
Probably
true.
knew I would be reading it. Maybe
You know what that is?
big brain move.
IIQ move.
IIQ. Sophia definitely has a higher IQ than me. 100%. Even though I got a perfect score on the math SAT.
All right.
That's
all right.
crazy.
We're going to do this. We're doing this right now.
Okay, real quick, guys. We'll do it.
We're not doing an IQ test right now.
are.
It takes forever.
No, it won't. I did quick and fast IQ test. That's what I looked up.
Am I doing this too?
Yeah, you both are doing it.
What? Dude, told you. I said, watch it be so smart. It was pretty smart. It was kind of smart. Let's go. Okay, well, there you go. That's our collective IQ. We did great. We did great.
We got all of them
Dude,
right.
I told you. That's why I was like, I was speed running it, bro. I knew the answers.
Dude, chat, get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
We are way more than 10.
literally the only ones we focused on, we got all right.
That's true. That was all Sam, by the way. Sam crushed that. I was floundering badly. All right. But hey, I just read stories for a living. So that's the only comprehension I need.
And he does it well.
And I do it well. All right, let's dive into it. Riley, we have to stop the episode right now to talk about something.
Oh, no.
There are 126,000 people that are starving for good content.
I know those people.
They're subscribed to our channel.
Yeah, those people.
However, tragically, they do not have a membership to see all of our members exclusive live stream.
Are you serious? So you're saying 126,000 people aren't seeing our members only content?
That's right, but there is a solution to cure this tragic plague.
Tell us, don't wait.
You can get our members only streams on Mondays and Fridays by becoming a member.
Yeah.
And join us during the episode recording stream where we record our episodes in advance and you get to be immortalized in the content. Just click the join button down here on the YouTube video or the link in the description. Let's get back to it. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to pay my brother back?
Don't pay your brother back. You paid enough by being related to him.
Don't do it.
Just, I feel like
Let him be homeless.
Yeah.
Kick him to the streets.
Kick him to the streets. I think spill his blood.
Wow. Well, this is the answer to the question, how do you maintain a good relationship with your siblings? I guess don't be siblings with Sam is the answer.
No, but spill it and then donate it on the black market, then you'll have money.
Sure. This, by the way, guys, we're live every weekday at 3 p.m.
We are.
If you're watching this right now, not live, join us.
Join us.
Come over to YouTube. So this comes from Throwaway Am I the A-hole 584, who says, my adopted niece, Chloe, 18 female, recently came out as gay. Dun, dun, dun. And my brother Will and his new girlfriend Rose don't accept it.
Wow, they can go spill their blood.
Truly. And well, we won't sell it on the
We
black
won't sell
market.
it. We'll just stomp on it.
Take that.
We'll use it like a little slushy for vampires.
Oh boy. Will kicked Chloe out. So she came to live with us. Will, again, the brother, then called me and said, of course, the drama queen, and hung up. Okay. The worst father ever. Hang up.
Wow.
My husband was furious and banned Will from our home. Things got worse when Will showed up and told Chloe, you're not my daughter. I don't care. Oh my God.
That's not very nice.
No, it is not. Wow.
Yeah.
Stand your ground, Sam. Dude, taking a stand.
Hot button opinions right here.
He then turned to my husband and me and threatened to sue us for the 20 grand my husband borrowed from him to start a business. I told him we were planning on paying it back, but Will snapped, you've been saying that for 5 years, but if you don't want to do this, be prepared.
But if you want to do this,
be prepared. 116 IQ over here. My husband replied, we're barely getting by, and Will shot back, then don't borrow money you don't have.
Whoa. That
and left.
is, I feel like man's going through something.
Dude, this guy sucks rocks.
Yeah. Sucks rocks and has adopted the IQ of them.
That is true.
10 IQ move.
Oh my God. Now I'm pissed because the whole family knows about it. The whole family knows about this and it's causing a split. What is happening?
What did you say, John?
What is happening?
Built.
And my brain fog is gone. What is happening? Many of them are telling me that I should not contact and not pay the money, and I'm torn. We do have relevant comments, but let's take a really quick pit stop here.
Pay or nah?
Yeah, what or not?
Pay or not?
Pay or not? Dude. Well, yeah, I would say
if you borrow money, like you should you should pay back.
And I'm guessing that they don't have a contract in place, and it was like a family type borrow where it's like, oh, they just send the money.
Yeah.
There's no contract and it's all verbal. And like that puts it, I feel like, in the brother Will's favor because he's like, he's the one out the 20 grand.
Yeah.
So I imagine they could go to court and he might be. Now, obviously, it's for the worst reason ever, and he would probably try to make it seem unassociated.
I don't think I think you still make an effort to pay back, but I don't think you have to pay immediately in the way that this person's asking.
No. And he literally sucks.
Rocks.
Mind-bogglingly insane. You literally throw away your own child over your bigotry. It is.
And then try to collect on
and
money
then
you lent.
it's all because of this. Like
because of the homophobia.
Because of the homophobia. Like he wasn't doing it before.
Yeah. But I feel like a general rule of thumb is like don't lend money to family that you need.
Yeah. Or want to see return.
Want to see
back to
returned.
you.
So big mistake from the homophobic person. Should have thought about that.
Another mistake.
Yeah,
He's
another
racking them up
mistake.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So the relevant comments say, info, did your husband ever do the business? OP said he did not. He said it got too hard. Ooh, that puts them in a precarious position for like if Will, the brother, does.
Yeah, wait, so what did they do with the money? They just took it?
I guess so. He decided to take us on a trip to Disneyland.
That's pretty messed up.
Morally, with Chloe and with this whole situation, like they are in the right, but they should have just given back all of the extra money they hadn't spent on the business. That's a no.
How much is I guess,
brainer.
dude, but a trip to Disneyland can get expensive, dude.
Yeah, but just don't go to Disneyland.
But they already went.
Yeah, I know. They're screwed.
They're screwed, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. Someone replied, this is rage bait, right? Right? Who spends $20K on a business trip instead of using it for something useful? If it was so hard, then they should have returned the money. Sounds like they had no intention on paying the money from the start. What business isn't hard when you're starting it? Definitely rage bait. Oh. OP replies, no, it happened. My brother doesn't know. Wait.
It's not rage bait. It did happen.
Yeah.
My brother
doesn't know about the Disneyland trip?
Yeah. I think so.
That doesn't make it any better. That makes it worse, if anything. It's like now you're hiding the fact that you did do it.
$20K on a Disneyland trip is insane.
Oh, it is. It is.
I think you said business trip, but it's a Disneyland trip.
Right. Who spends $20K on a Disney trip?
Yeah. It was $20K on a Disneyland trip.
Yeah.
Like that is, I don't even know how you do that.
It's you stay in the castle and
stay for like 2 weeks.
A few G's a night, a few grand a night.
If you stay in the castle,
yeah,
in in Florida,
I think they have essentially imagine the penthouse suite in the castle.
Yeah,
that is literally they only have one of those, and it's
but that's if you're doing the most
castle.
Expensive one ever. But if you get a normal one,
maybe they didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they spent 20. That's insane. I thought they were going to be we spent $5K on the Disney trip and then.
I feel like they spent most of it.
Yeah. And it sounds like they didn't spend any of it on the business too, which is the crazy part.
No, they didn't even start the business. I think everyone's the a-hole here.
Yeah. It's like there's two completely separate issues happening.
Yeah, exactly.
There's two completely separate issues happening here. So someone said 20K is way too much to just not pay back. OP responds, I know, but we don't have the money. Then why did you spend it? Then someone replies, I truly doubt that for 60 consecutive months you were unable to pay anything towards this debt. You owe it whether or not your brother is a poor parent. OP
5 years. 5 years
crazy.
They haven't paid anything.
That's crazy. OP responds, I was going to do it, but my husband said, hey, Will's not pressuring us, so don't worry about it. Then when Will started asking my husband what changed the subject. So basically, I think Will hadn't said anything, but now he's using it as this leverage,
right?
With the separate situation.
Yeah, he probably didn't care until
he could use it to be.
Yeah, he wanted to use it as leverage. Also, Radish says, my family just planned a trip in a Disneyland hotel with Oogie Boogie Bash tickets and airplane fare. Got 6 people for roughly $11K. How long was your family there? 5 days. So 10 days, easily $20K.
Yeah. It's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks there. 20.
Wow, that's crazy.
20. Some a commenter says, start paying him back. Also, get guardianship via the courts for the child so you can protect them from him. It's sucky, but must all be done. OP replies, she's 18, she's already gone, and he's told her she's got to the end of December to get her stuff. If not, it's going to be thrown away. The commenter says, what kind of agreement is there on the loan? A great question. Is there documentation and a payback schedule? You're not the a-hole for wanting to pay him back, but you would be the a-hole if you don't pay him back. If there's paperwork on the loan, he can sue you. OP says, there was paperwork and one of my friends was a witness. Another commenter says, do you work? OP says, I work 2 jobs and my husband was the one who was trying to bring Chloe in. And my brother said, y'all was already struggling without Chloe, so why bring her in to struggle more? OP left this comment by itself and replies, nope, here's the story. Our mother has cancer and the doctor told her to stop smoking, but she did. But then she kept doing it. Cancer got worse, and my brother originally said he didn't care. He was going to pay. Over the last couple of months, he started questioning, why am I paying if she's going to keep smoking?
Which is like not the worst logic.
Yeah.
It's like,
Also,
why? Like I'm not gonna. If you're gonna keep trying, like killing yourself, basically, like why am I gonna?
if you won't stop.
Yeah, it's like you can't do if you can't start the first part of the care, which is to quit smoking.
Yeah.
None of the other stuff is gonna work. So why do it?
Also, like this is a third whole plot in the storyline that is. Just
I
opened up.
know. There's so many separate pieces. So like you have. Maybe we should do a little TLDR.
Yes,
really
quick TLDR. First, OP's niece came out as gay, and her father, OP's brother, was like, "Get out of my house! I hate you."
Yeah,
being a homophobic bigot. Then he was like, they got a $20,000 loan. OP did that they spent on a Disney trip. So
crazy.
Kind of separately from that, now the brother's like, "Yo, pay me my $20K back,"
because he was trying to. OP's fan, like OP's like a immediate squad of people, like so OP and their significant other was like, oh, we'll take in our niece.
Yeah, he's using it as leverage to be like evil, basically, but also he low-key is owed the money. And finally, OP's mom was like dying of cancer, kept smoking, and initially the brother was also bankrolling that. But then he was like, I'm not going to keep bankrolling this because you won't even like stop smoking and like get your treatment.
So like the bad thing that the brother is doing is being homophobic, but those other things I kind of understand.
Yeah, like he is. I mean, they literally took the loan and didn't. The whole point of giving
the money,
the business loan, is you build a business in order to be able to pay it back with interest. That's the whole idea.
And like 5 years is a long time.
Yeah, with no payment, and not even like moving towards payment. Yeah.
And also no movement towards making the business.
So it's actually in reality totally separate from the first scenario of them taking in the niece, but they are the a-holes for not paying back there.
So I think like who's the a-hole in the homophobia case? The OP's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the a-hole in the paying back? OP.
Yep.
And who's the a-hole in the dying mom thing? Really,
I
just
don't even
the
know
mom.
if you can call her the a-hole, but it's just like, okay, I'm not going to help you.
Yeah. I feel like you can keep smoking, but I guess a-hole to her body.
Yeah. A commenter says, is Chloe still in school? If so, depending on the state, could OP theoretically sue for child support? OP responds, she got her GED. She said school was hard. And from top, man, a lot of things are hard for this family.
Yeah.
And from talks with her, she doesn't want to work right now and take a couple months to understand her life. And my dad said she's basically going to be a freeloader. A commenter says, talk to a lawyer. If there's a legal obligation to pay back your brother, then you must try to abide by the terms of the loan, or you could have some legal problems. Normally, if there's no legal obligation, I'd say there's a moral obligation, and you don't borrow money you're not going to pay back. But in this case, I'm going to say
Screw Will. Spend every penny taking care of Chloe to give her a good home and a good future, not the a-hole. Low key, I'd have to like stew on it for a second, but I think that almost could have been a good FU, but they already spent the money on Disney. It's gone. So you can't do anything with it.
Fairy dust.
And then they conclude, not the a-hole. OP responds, final relevant comment. It's getting to a point where Chloe might have to leave because we won't have enough money to take care of her. And I'm trying, but if my brother sues us, then I'm effed. We do have an update coming up, but yeah, I mean, we kind of just broke down. First case is homophobia. Will, the brother's the a-hole. Second case, OP is the a-hole. And then the third case, grandma's a-hole to her own body. But my next question is, what should OP do now moving forward? Right? Because she's like, I don't even know if I have money.
I don't have the money. I mean, it's like, what if you don't have the money? What can you do?
Yeah, low key, I'd be like, I would probably sit down with Chloe, the niece, and be like, hey, maybe they're like, hey, we could literally only afford to give you like, I don't know, $200 a month or like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, here's what we can't, like the most that we can do. And we're going to do that. And like, obviously, like,
but
emotionally
the thing that's going to be hard is, so this is the tricky situation. If they keep the niece in their home, they will be sued by the brother.
Yes.
So it's like, and if they keep the niece in the home, they're going to have to support the niece in some way.
Yeah.
And so it's like basically double financial burden, which they can obviously not support.
Yeah.
So it's like, man,
they might have to sit her down and be like, we're going to find out all of the ways that we can support you, but it might not be financially.
Yeah.
That might be
because it's
going to
cripple them. It's going to cripple them.
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
But you said there's an update to the story?
There is an update.
John, I had to take care of something like for
Hit
like
that.
3 minutes, which is a bathroom and a quick message to the other team, and then I'll be done.
Love that.
Then I can come back.
Let's do it. All right, guys, let's get into this update. So I called my dad and told him everything from the comments. He called a family meeting and it went badly.
Nothing is going good for him.
Yeah, everything is just going bad. My dad straight up said, Will, you're my son, but you're a piece of crap and what you're doing is disgusting. I hope Chloe never talks to you again. I know you're paying your mother's medical bills, but you know you're wrong. He then looked at me and said, but here's where Will is right. You had 5 years and you haven't paid one dime. Dude, I want to feel bad, but I don't. So here's what I'll say. You have until the end of December to pay Will back or I'm taking the house back.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but you took out a loan you had no intention of ever paying back. So now the dad, and we will get into the whiteboard, the dad owns their house. And they're going to, like, he's going to take it away.
Oh my gosh.
Unless they pay.
It's July.
It's July, dude. They literally have like 5 months to make up 20 grand.
5 months, you said?
5, yeah.
Can you do the math on that?
No. Like
$4K a month. $4K a month.
probably more. This is crazy. Why is the dad doing that? I guess that's his, like, he's kind of strong arming them and able to force them into paying something.
They got $20K before COVID.
Oh,
interest on that, buddy. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's like it's not worth. But they spent it all, so it doesn't even matter.
I know.
It inflated to 0, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. I was totally on board. I was like, oh, here comes the dad. He's kind of like gonna set everyone straight. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, why take away the house? The only thing I can think of is, I don't know, maybe chat, like, agree with dad, yes or no? Because I'm like, I get that he's trying to like force them to pay back something, but this seems like very intense. I feel that the offense that Will made was far greater, because disowning your child, to me, that's like I don't know, you're kind of like, it's almost like a death in the family. It's just like so severe.
Yeah.
So yeah, W dad or L dad, guys, let me know. I don't know. I don't think so. But anyways, my husband said, this isn't right. And my dad replied, don't borrow money then if you have no intention of paying it back. You had 5 years. Will added, I kept asking you and you dodged it for 18 months. My husband said, this is BS. I'm sorry, but your son's a jerk. My dad replied, he can be a jerk, but what's BS is he gave you $20K for a business you didn't start and spent on vacations.
Ooh.
Which, that is BS. I'm sorry. Like, if we were reading this story like totally out, like on its own, I'd be like, oh yeah, of course. That is like an a-hole move to do. And they're not even like acknowledging or apologizing for it or like planning to pay it back. Then my dad left and Will laughed at us, telling Chloe, see you at Christmas. Oh, wait, you probably won't have a home for Christmas, and walked out. Dude, that's mean. What? Chloe went on a walk and we haven't seen her for hours and I'm worried.
Oh my.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna look for an update, and then I'm gonna I'll grab the whiteboard, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do kind of like a final breakdown and kind of like discuss what's going on over here. So give me one sec.
Whoa, this family's wild. I just read a comment. So here's the baby situation. Chloe threw a party with Will's newborn in his house, and when he came back, the newborn was in the yard crying, and Will said he was tired of Chloe and her queer friends ruining his house. But he didn't say queer. He said the F.
Oh my God, dude.
Dude,
Oh!
like low key, all around this family's pretty like
Yeah, honestly, like
throwing
everyone.
a party, keeping the newborn and then the dad's remarks, and
We're gonna break it down, but I think just everyone is the a-hole here.
except for the dad, maybe.
Nah, dude, the dad. Like, okay, so let's talk about it. So
Put Chloe on there too.
yeah,
And just
so
do
hard
like
to write.
circles. You don't have to do the whole key thing. He has a job and works as a guidance counselor. I think that's Will.
So yeah, so the dad is the dad of OP and Will.
Yep.
Because they're brother and sister. God, this one is actually really complicated now that I think about it. So I just think everyone's an a-hole here. So just walking through it. So like initially Will kicked out Chloe, right? And he's a bigoted a-hole for that. OP and husband, okay? OP and husband got the $20K loan from Will and they didn't pay it back. That's super a-hole move, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, my dollar signs are terrible.
No, that's great.
It's hard to write.
I think this is good.
Angle. And then dad was setting everyone straight. He's like, Will, you are disgusting for kicking out your daughter. OP, you should never have OP and husband, you should have never taken out the $20K loan. But then he's like, I'm gonna kick you guys out of the house because it seems that the dad owns the house. If you don't come up with the 20 grand by December, which Riley did the math, it's like probably over $4 grand a month that they have to pay, which I doubt they have. And then he laughed to Chloe and was like, hey, you're probably not gonna have a home next December because they're not gonna have the money. So it's like low key, not as bad as Will, but it's like you're also not helping the situation. So everyone is the a-hole.
Yeah. Everyone is a
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
crazy.
Point blank
Wow.
period.
Point blank period.
Yeah. Wow. Well, there you have it, folks. Also, a lot of people are saying W dad. I disagree now. I think that the dad did say and was setting them straight like initially, but taking the home away from OP, telling Chloe that she won't have a home after December.
Is OP a male or female?
I believe OP is the wife.
Okay.
And yeah, and she has her husband.
Okay. Because I thought OP was a male and they were in a gay relationship, and then the brother disliked his
I don't
daughter
think so.
because
I feel like they would have. I feel like they would have said that if that was the
Gotcha.
case. Yeah, that's it. Everyone's the a-hole, I think. But guys, we're live right now. Did you know that? If you're watching this recorded, you can tap the profile and join us. Go to YouTube. Anyways. But Riley,
Yes.
do we have another story?
Dude, you bet your bottom dollar you do.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Okay, let's dive in. Am I the a-hole for not responding how my sister wanted when the son she gave up for adoption reached out?
Oh,
Dude, that's pretty big.
how did you respond? Like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Beggars can't be choosers. That's kind of what we're dealing with. This is all to answer. How do you maintain a good relationship with your siblings? And by the way, you can join us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. Do it if you're watching this recorded. This comes from Roxy Walker, who says, I, 51 male, have a younger half-sister, 35, who was born from my dad's second marriage. My parents divorced when I was 12, and afterwards, my dad moved to another state. I visited for major holidays and 6 weeks during the summer. I was almost 16 when she was born, and I remember celebrating her baptism, her first Christmas, first birthday, etc., etc. But by the time she was a teen, I was in my 20s, and I was living in the city, life all on my own, and my visits were rare. My dad had also gotten divorced from her mother when she was 12 years old, coincidentally the same age when my own parents got divorced. Dad just hits like, it's like the same way Leonardo DiCaprio hit 25, break up. He's like, as soon as my daughter from this marriage turns 12, leave the marriage.
Wow.
Oh my God. At that point, I only visited once or twice a year, if that. So like from 12 onwards, she would just see her sister like once or twice a year. Which actually, super slight side note, that was kind of the situation with my mom and her brother and her sister. My mom's brother, my uncle, is like 17 years older than her. So he was like going to college, like basically right after she was born.
I thought a 13-year difference was bad.
Yeah,
That's tough.
17.
That's like an adult.
Yeah.
Like that could be your mom, or that
Yes.
could be your dad.
Yep. Literally, he could have been like teen parent of her dad. It's kind of wild, right? Different. So they were half siblings though, so different.
Oh,
parents.
okay.
Still crazy. During one of those visits, my dad told me that my sister had been pregnant and he'd sent her to South America to have the baby, and it was put up for adoption.
Holy cow. I actually have a friend that got the reverse. He was in South America. The mom got pregnant, and then she got sent to America to have the kid and put up for adoption. I got the reverse
Wow.
situation. That's crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, this is kind of
that was very
wild.
specific.
Also crazy that you have the literal exact inverse scenario. What is going on?
I texted him happy birthday yesterday. No joke. That's wild. What the? Oh, his birthday's today. What? Sorry.
Happy
Wow.
birthday. We're
Jared.
just lost.
Happy birthday, Jared.
So he went on to say that by the time she realized she was pregnant, she had broken up with the father, who was 20 when she was 16. I know. And she was left to figure everything out. She was adamant about not wanting the baby, but she didn't want to terminate the pregnancy either. So the adoption was arranged. She had a son. He was visibly emotional, but believed it was the best decision at the time. I was stunned. I hadn't really seen her much during her teenage years. My dad's divorce from her mother was acrimonious, so that, coupled with the age difference, didn't leave much room for bonding. Over the years, we've spoken very little. She's met my children a few times over the years, but they don't really know each other. A few weeks ago, I received a letter from an attorney. It laid out how I was identified as a relative of the person they were representing, which put an ICU in the comments if you know who that mystery relative just might be. I immediately remembered what my father had told me, and everything clicked. I was asked if I would be comfortable with answering a few questions regarding my dad's side of the family. Before responding, I got in touch with my sister. She made it clear that I should ignore the letter and act as if I had never received it.
Oh.
Okay, I want to pause right there. This isn't the update, but I feel like this is a good thing to discuss real quick. And maybe we get a poll. Do we say something, yes or no? Very much think say something. And I'm kind of like, why does she not want to hear from her? Is she carrying the guilt? Is there some sort of legal ramifications?
I could see the guilt. being the biggest thing.
Maybe it is the guilt.
Because with my friend's inverse thing, he went to therapy. He grew up very well. Like he figured it out.
He had like a good adopted
He
family.
had a great adopted.
Nice.
Well, those parents are now divorced, but it was
Right.
relatively fun.
Yeah.
But he actually met his mom, his birth mom, and went to therapy together. And she was crying about like how his life was like so much guilt. How it was horrible,
I can
so
imagine.
bad. But he was just sitting there like he's just like me. He's goofy.
Yeah.
He's like Daniel, my buddy Daniel. He's just like we're a good trio. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. There's nothing to be sad about. I forgive you. It's okay.
Yeah. Because he like low-key, was he adopted? He was adopted at birth.
Mm-hmm.
So his whole life was probably like he had like it seems like a much better surrounding all around lifestyle.
Yeah.
Growing up and didn't even really know
that he was adopted.
Yeah. It didn't. It's like, yeah. How can you? It's like kind of almost a little bit similar to how your grandpa passes away before you're born, and you're like, how can I be sad about it? I have like no bond with them.
True.
You know what I mean?
He also had a black brother, so I think he did kind of get an idea of like that he was adopted.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe he knew he was adopted. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that he wasn't aware that he was adopted, but more so that it didn't feel out of line of a healthy household growing up. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, I see.
So the last story is over.
Cool.
Bye adios. Here's where we're at right now, and a quick TLDR. You actually came in a great time where we took a pause.
Perfect.
So basically, OP has a much younger half sister. I think a 12 years difference, and OP found out the half sister ended up having a baby at 16. And their shared father sent her to South America to give birth and adopt the kid away.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And
South America?
And crazily enough, Riley literally knows someone in real life who had the exact inverse.
I'm texting him right now. It's his birthday.
He was in the exact inverse scenario. His birth mom flew from South America to America to give birth and send him to an adopted family.
Good call.
Crazy. So basically now the child is reaching out with legal representation to talk to OP, who is the half aunt, who is their half aunt. But OP's sister, the birth mom, was like,
I'm going to need the board.
Yep. You're right. OP's mom, the birth sister, was like, pretend that letter doesn't exist. Basically, ignore my child's existence. So yeah, break it down.
Okay, so
Run it back
who's
for
OP?
me, baby. OP is OP.
Okay. But like
And then there's the half sister
okay, half sister
and father.
Half sister and father.
Yep.
Half sister gave birth
To the baby.
baby
The child. Yeah.
yeah,
baby.
in South America.
Yep.
Okay, so half sister has this baby at 16. You
Yep.
said?
Yep.
At 16. And what's the dad trying to do? Is this
The-
the dad of OP and the half
Both
sister?
of them. So you could almost put the dad above OP and half sister.
Okay.
The dad now is not involved, but he was the one that had her sent to South America to adopt the baby away.
All right. I think I'm following. And now this kid who was adopted away in South America
Reaching out to OP.
reaching out. So like, I'm going to do a little phone here.
So not even, as far as we know, we don't know that he's reached out to the half sister yet.
Okay.
We know for sure that she's reached out, that they have reached out to OP.
And so what's the issue here?
The issue is half sister says, pretend that letter doesn't exist. Ignore everything from my child. Do not respond. Basically, pretend my kid doesn't exist.
So cause wait, but the baby is reaching out to OP.
Exactly. We don't know that that they have done any outreach to the half sister, but OP went to the half sister and was like, "Yo, your kid's reaching out to me," right? Which is, hey, one would expect that. I was like, that's kind of crazy. And then the half sister is like, "Don't respond. Pretend they don't exist." Essentially. So that's where we're at right now. And chat is saying 95% yes. Say something to talk to the child.
I feel like the child deserves to know, right?
The child deserves to know. They were flown out of the country, completely disconnected, why even go to South America? It doesn't make any sense.
I feel like it's like worse to get adopted over there.
I would guess.
Like the adoption in the States is already terrible, but like in countries where it's like poorer would be even
Riley's
worse.
friends was in the inverse scenario,
Which is usually what you do.
unless there was maybe some who knows, but
Okay,
like
I am fully following. I have my diagram.
there we go.
Lovely.
And yeah, I got it.
We here, baby.
I'm here. I'm ready. I do think that OP should give information
Yes.
to the half sister's baby.
Yes. So
How old is the said child now?
her son is now 19 years old
19.
Boom. And actively trying to get in touch with her. She has zero desire to meet him. The conversation left me torn because he's already made progress in finding her. Not wanting to acknowledge the situation won't stop what's been set in motion. After this conversation, I sent the letter back, declining to answer on paper, but wrote a note on the form that I would prefer to be contacted by phone. The law firm got in touch with me shortly afterwards. I just acknowledged what they already knew, who our mutual father was, who our grandparents in South America were. So
Grandparents in South America.
the family is from South America.
Oh.
So
that's why they went over there.
Yes.
Okay. So there's someone over here that's in South America.
Yeah. So the baby's great grandparents are originally from South America. So we're guessing they immigrated into wherever country they live in now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little South America
There we go.
in there.
Yeehaw.
That's
That doesn't look suggestive at all.
Song.
Yeah.
That's South America right there.
What's the antennas for?
It's Mexico.
Panama.
The antenna.
Yeah,
Oh, I see
Panama
above
and
it. Put a
Mexico.
nice little line over on the top of there. It looks like
It's a border, John.
an alien with
America.
antennas on it.
But that is a perfect drawing of South
Anyways.
America.
Just put a border on the top.
What do you mean a border?
It looks
on
like
the top?
antennas.
Yeah, kind
Here, you
Just
wanna-
no. All you had to do is put it in
Here we go. All right,
Yep.
John. All right. This is just for you.
There we go. Boom. Nice. You did a great job with Florida, actually.
Thanks.
Okay, so basically, it was confirmation of the family tree. Nothing that was a big reveal. My sister called me this past weekend livid. She told me I had no right to quote unquote butt into her past, and I should have just quote unquote respected her feelings. Now she is claiming that her husband of 8 years is finding out about this and it could ruin her marriage.
Well, maybe you should have told him about that.
Yeah.
There's a little something called the truth when you get married.
How do you not?
I feel like you should confess everything that you've ever done that's terrible before you get married and say like, hey, are you sure?
Facts.
You should like 100%.
Because then it's just going to come in and ruin it and you're going to be left sad and alone.
Yeah.
Hello.
You know there's Cody Co controversy right now?
Oh my gosh, I know.
There's hecka Cody Co
More
controversy.
than what we talked about yesterday?
Yeah.
There's a new video that just came out that I haven't seen, and I was just thinking, man just got married, had a baby. Like I wonder if his
If
wife
she
knows. Yeah.
Dude, Dr. Disrespect, Sketch, and now Cody Co.
Sketch's thing
Sketch
wasn't
is
real.
fine.
Sketch is fine, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it all happened this month.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy time to be alive.
As a South American, I'm in physical pain. What's wrong with this South America? This
Guys,
is good.
Please critique.
No, what are you talking about?
So, OP continues, our dad has since passed away. And I can't imagine how terrible he would feel knowing that all of this is transpiring and how ugly things became. Am I the a-hole for answering the most basic questions presented to me and not ignoring the entire situation? As she requested, we have relevant comments. We have, and that's it. But let's answer this before we get into the relevant comments. There he is. We've already had people that voted that OP should have said something. So like, OP's not the a-hole. Do you agree for saying what she said?
I don't think so.
Yeah. And even like she didn't say anything like she just basically said like, yes, that she said very factual, like non-informational things.
Which, I mean, I think is what the kid kind of deserves.
100%.
And I don't feel bad about the marriage breaking up. If you didn't tell your partner that's
deserve
on
it.
you. You deserve it.
Yeah.
The marriage wasn't strong enough to begin with.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. I think what OP actually, you know what? there is an argument for OP being the a-hole, that OP didn't share enough. Because the kid is, has no idea who they're you know what they're probably trying to get? Health information. So that way they know, is there any diseases or anything?
Exactly.
Anything that runs in the family. Probably contact, probably wants to, they could have a lot of trauma associated with being abandoned.
You just want to know like where you come from. So
Totally.
I think it is completely okay.
Yes.
I think it's complete. I think OP, but like, I don't think OP needed to do more. I think what OP did was already good.
And I think right now it's like, it's not even like, oh, it's like one and done. I think OP is kind of on the fence of like, it seems like OP's leaning towards continuing the interaction and sharing more,
which I think is good.
I think is good. I think you kind of, it's almost like cheating, where we say like, oh, you go to the person like, tell them or I will, or like, or send or
tell your kid or I will,
or send it anonymously. Like, tell your kid or I will, because it's like,
I mean, just tell like I feel like there's no reason to tell the kid. All right, actually, here, different question.
Yes.
Okay. So, you say you're a donor, and you donate, and it's just like you sign the thing where it's like, I don't want contact with any children that come from this. Are you still morally obligated to see those children?
I think that person, I'll flip it a little bit and ask, what is more hurtful for the child, and what might want them to like reach out and have that contact. With the dad, it's like, okay, it's almost like, hey, you abandoned me, versus, oh, you were like
one of
doing this,
a billion people.
One of a billion sperm. People. You like, the whole agreement between everyone was like, oh, hey, I'm giving you my sperm, and I'm doing this to, like, I don't know, pay for college.
But a lot of people do closed adoptions too. So like
in terms of
their kid doesn't know who they are, so they can adopt without any, or so they can like give away the child with like no, like with all strings cut.
Right. Because what if the family, there's like something dangerous or harmful with being connected, associated with the family. Yeah, something. So they like want to do that. Yeah, I think now I could see a lot of people. And
someone said this in the comments, but what if she was SA'd? And it's that's like, true. I don't like, I don't want to think about this. I just want, like, I don't want my past to catch up to me. I'm trying to move past this. Yeah. And thus, I wanted to do a closed adoption where, I hope I'm using that word right, closed adoption, where no one knows, like the kid doesn't know who I am, because I don't want to have to like deal with the repercussions of like a horrible act.
Yeah, that's a very different situation. Yeah, as far as we know,
that that's what that situation is.
Yeah. We do have some more relevant comments. We might learn more, but as far as we know, that wasn't the case. Well, the one thing we do have, which is helpful context for you, is the father was 20, she was 16. That was 16 when she gave birth. So, context. But we have these relevant comments to close it out.
Definitely doesn't make it look better.
Makes it look very bad.
Yeah.
Right? So Lucy Loves Apple says, info, what did you tell her son that she didn't want contact? OP says, haven't interacted with him at all. It seems the law firm that represents him was just trying to tie up loose ends about our dad and grandparents in South America. Okay, so maybe it's literally just trying to confirm the family tree. I didn't share any insight on her state of mind or even her lack of wanting to meet him. I didn't validate anything other than our mutual DNA. Your ghost friendo says, you're the a-hole. Not only was it not your story to tell, but for all you tried to tell us how separated you are from that part of the family, you decided to put yourself right in the middle of it. You saying that you would not answer unless it was a phone call really settles it. You wanted your half-sister to be confronted with a situation you know nothing about. You just didn't want to do it in writing. I mean, she did go against, and again, if there was a situation where she was essayed or something like that is a completely different scenario. There's no mention of that, and if we're just going by what's literally in the story, I mean, I guess we don't know deeper information on how she felt. You know, the dad basically forced her to. The dad was like, "You're going to go to South America and have this baby." That's what the dad dictated down. And he did feel guilty, I believe, later in his life. And now he's dead. So dad is gone. And it's just the sister that knows the bio mom
that has the secrets.
That knows the full story of what went down. So maybe she does have a perfectly legitimate reason, but we don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I still don't see OP as the a-hole.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I don't think I do either. OP responds, I didn't appreciate being contacted by a law firm on behalf of a sister I didn't have a close relationship with. When they initially reached out to her, instead of ignoring everything, she probably should have handled her own situation privately. She chose not to do that. She just wanted the situation to go away. Had she been clear about not wanting to be contacted, I really doubt I would have been approached at all. That's why I chose the phone call route. I wanted to go on the record of having nothing more to say on the matter, asked and answered. And that is the end of the story. And so, yeah, so let's quickly break down, like, yeah, did OP make the right move now that we have all of the context of full story and comments?
I mean, I came in a little late, so excuse me if I'm not understanding anything, but I feel that it isn't really like it wasn't terrible what OP did.
And they didn't say this for a fact, but she was like, I only basically confirmed like the family tree of like literally like the facts of who the relatives were, which probably goes in line with health stuff. Is there any sort of like familial disease?
And it's not like she like dished some massive tea. It was it was like the basics of it.
Yeah, like I definitely think that the adopted children at the barest of minimums deserve to know any health risks associated with the family line. Yeah, which it kind of seems like this could have easily been.
So, I mean, yeah. So in conclusion, I don't think the a-hole, but it seems like some people on Reddit disagree with us.
I also agree not the a-hole.
But dude, I was seeing some stuff in the chat about people. There's a Netflix documentary about a sperm donor with 550 kids.
I did see
up to 1,500.
Wow. I did see the
title 1,000 children or something. 1,000 kids. That's so many.
That's kind of crazy. I feel like I used to be like, oh, sperm donor or whatever.
Dude.
But now I'm like, dude, being a sperm donor is kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude, your sperm can go far and wide.
Like that's literally your biological
your DNA, dude.
It's a little crazy.
It's a lot of power to donate your sperm,
but also like a lot of
responsibility.
Yeah. I mean, you're literally removing the responsibility from it, but there is an inherent responsibility.
But I think people are gonna try. Like, if you have like 1,000 kids, you're saying like not like a bunch of them are probably gonna try to find you.
Right.
You know, you're gonna have like all.
I
of
would
these
be just out of curiosity,
like vision quest to go find you.
Yeah,
they're gonna like every couple months there's gonna be a new kid that's gonna be like, "You're my dad,
dude." If I was a sperm donor, I'd have a note for every like cup that I spermed in, and like be like, "Here's what I look like. This is what I do, and I'm really cool. You're lucky.
Come find me."
Well, I think the whole point of it
you
is
think they keep the cup though.
They don't keep the cup. No. It's a little note. Like you put it in a little bottle. So you got the bottle, and then you got the bottle of sperm, and you give them both.
I don't even know. I think
mom.
I think in many cases, the mom will like legally deny that.
Yeah,
because she's like,
no, because she doesn't want to have any
connection
to the sperm donor.
Her laws, because I'm a baller donor.
You are, dude. Those cups would be honored to have your jizz in them. Yep. But
we're selling them at $500 a pop, ladies. Just let us know, and I can get you
$500 a pop.
Yep, 500. Actually, $750.
Bro, your price is way higher than that.
No, dude. I'm not giving away my
guys.
My seed.
This is
you
not
already
happening.
have, Sam. It's okay.
What?
Anyways,
this is not happening. Okay, guys. So Let's answer the question of the episode, which is, how do you maintain a good relationship with your siblings? Where is the line where it goes into being damaging or disrespectful to your sibling?
See, Wednesday Mama Misfit says, I'll pay Riley.
Guys, stop.
You got your first. You got your first.
Your first customer.
First customer.
I think there's a lot of potential customers in chat right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
Kimberly Fine says, know your worth, kid.
Yeah, thank you, Kimberly Fine.
Is that legal?
What? Giving
look at
away
this.
your sperm?
It would probably have to be through a like.
Why wouldn't it be legal?
Dude, there's probably that's so loaded. If you
Well,
just
if-
give someone your sperm, then you're probably legally the father. And they
Definitely can
come
sell
for you and
I
stuff.
think you can sell it's your body.
But you got to go through like a
Why?
You go through an intermediary to make sure that it's
Do
like.
you have to go through an intermediary to have sex?
No, but do you
That's
want
kind of donating sperm to one person.
Stop. What are we doing right now?
Ooh, that's you.
Thanks, buddy.
Get the out.
Ooh, that's you. Yeah, I feel like with the siblings, I mean, you could kind of say it's almost for any relationship. It's anything that, dude, guys.
1 gallon of Sean, please.
Kansas, stop. No one's getting it. We can't even do the show. Like, this is
so funny.
We've been completely derailed. We've been completely. Oh my God, Bill Conkling. No, there's a 90-day fiance guy who does sperm donations through Tinder and Bumble.
Whoa.
I mean, they could probably legally be like, "Yo, you're the father. Give me whatever."
Yeah,
it is they're asking
child
for."
support. Child support. Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what.
Is
But if you're down to pay $1 billion child support,
just go for it.
sweet hottie, a swirl of Johnson's.
Oh, dude, that's me.
That is Riley.
Yeah, that's true.
Riley is what you get
That is
when
true.
you
Also,
swirl John.
look. Sometimes I match with John, and today I'm matching with Sam. Look at his fit.
That's
My
true.
fit.
Oh, you guys are so matching right now.
We are matching.
What the heck?
Their
Oh,
pants are gray.
even yeah, you're right. Holy crap. I think that's it.
Should we go to the next story?
I think that's the whole episode.
Well, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and see you tomorrow. We won't have your children.